Hello to all of our very special friends all around the world. Sunny greetings on this beautiful blue sky spring day. Summer's coming, and I wanted to give you a tour of our flourishing gardens here. This is our greenhouse. We still have some plants in here that are growing. Going to be putting them in the garden soon, including these sunny sunflowers right here. They're leaning toward the sun right now, and it's one of my favorite things to see in the garden right there is get to see them leaning, and they're about 5 inches tall. We got our garden supply seeds here, and I know it's gardening season when I have a couple packets of seeds in my back pocket and my garden gloves out, and it just feels right. You know, it's garden time. I love it. We had a good weekend. Hope you all did too. We did some gardening here. Gardening is coming along well. Got another 3 or 4 feet of garden space on this side of the garden this year, and we planted some corn here. It's right in these rows. Last year, that corn that we grew, it was popcorn corn, and it was really cool how it dried in the husk. In September, October, we got to make some homemade popcorn. Over here, we got the cucumbers in the garden right here. They're covered in cups right now. I'm going to take them off soon. There's some insects that every year in the past 3 seasons have tried to eat our cucumber plants, so we're kind of doing something new where we're covering them up, and in the early mornings we take the cups off, and hopefully it'll keep those plants growing well. We got some sunflowers over here that sprouted up, and they're just like growing, and I just thought, you know, I'll just leave them there. That's where they naturally sprouted up, and thought it'd be really cool. Over here we got some raspberries, and we got some grapevines. We had some really good raspberries and grapes grow last year. Right here, I'm going to zoom in for you. Those are raspberry blossoms right there. Those will turn into raspberries. Favorite gardening area here. This is always one of my favorite places to come over, be by the garden. That golden glow of the green plants there, that's the sunshine. And here, we got some sunflowers growing. We got some early risers right here coming up. And there's the big 3 sunflowers here. I have a feeling those 3 are going to grow tall. I can't wait to see. My dad and I planted some tomatoes. And in the back row, we planted 11 tomato plants yesterday. We got rows of string beans planted along the fence. And we love to see them take off, growing against the fence there. And last year we had like 20 or 30 pounds of string beans grow. It was pretty cool. Yeah, over here, got our pool and our barbecue area. It's coming along really well. We had our first barbecue yesterday on Memorial Day. It was really fun. And got to get the gardens rolling too with the season. And it's just nice to be out and about, and love sharing about it. My dad's got his new tractor here. He's working on the motor from time to time. Over here we got some planters. This is some sprouts here. There's some more sprouts. We got some 4 o'clock flowers growing. And this is our raspberry trellis. We got a lot of raspberry bushes in here. It's just growing wild. We'll see what grows. Over here, I'm going to do something in this area here. I was thinking about doing a row of sunflowers and planters. I think that would be awesome. Here's another view of the garden here. We got our pumpkin patch garden area here. This is a box garden. Right here, this is some pumpkin plants that we started in the greenhouse in our garden gnomes. It would be really cool if the plants took off that way and that way, because we could maybe see some pumpkins grow for Halloween time. And you know I love Halloween. 31 days in October, it's all Halloween. I love it. And right here I wanted to show you some pears. These are Asian pear tree here. We got a lot of pears growing. You can just see the pears growing. Some fall off, but others keep growing. So we just keep them all on there and see what comes up and grows. And Mr. Nut Squirrel loves those pears too. Apples right here. These are Granny Smith apples. This tree last year we didn't prune it, and there was no apples grow. So my dad this year, he went up and he pruned it. Here's some more apples, and here's another cluster right there. This tree is loaded this year, and Buzz and the Buzzies have been out and about pollinating the blossoms. A lot of apples, and this is one of my favorite trees here. You know, this is the Granny Smith apple tree. Hopefully, some September apple pies we'll be able to bake. It's coming along well. The birds are out over there today singing. That's the bird sanctuary over there. That's where I spend a lot of my time during winter season to take pictures of the birds. And we got 2 bird houses. One's over there and one's over there. And they really love those bird houses. We got bird feeders. The hummingbird feeders are up. And over here we got some gardening in progress too. Having an iced tea today. Happy Sweet Treats Tuesday. My mom's peace flower garden here. We got our rose bushes making a comeback here. We were worried about it for a while there. Part of it didn't make it, but I think it was a rough winter. But there's down here it's growing, so we still have our rose bush. I planted pumpkins and gourd seeds, and today I'm planting string beans, gourds, and I think I'm going to put some more mammoths down in the garden. This is kind of a wild card garden here. We have a new honeysuckle bush growing. We got strawberries growing in here. We got a new grapevine that my dad and I want to do over there with a trellis. This is where the gourds grew last year, so I'm hopeful we're going to plant some more in here and see if they grow all the way over here again. That was so cool. And this garden up here is the garden right now. I'm going to plant some string beans along the fence, some gourds, maybe a few sunflowers. It's coming along well. This is another honeysuckle bush. This is our wine sap apple tree right here. We have some Japanese maple trees growing that we want to transplant into the yard sometime. Look forward to that too. Got our azaleas over here. My dad and my sister Lisa planted that when she was about 10 in the 1970s. It's amazing that it's still growing. This is our front yard. My mom and I did some planting over here. Here's Mr. Squirrel. He's just visiting our yard right there. He's having some goodies over there. He's scampering along. My mom and I planted some flowers. Our neighbor was nice to give us. There's all kinds of different plants there, and I put some sunflowers in some of those planters, so we'll see what comes up. And there's some 4 o'clock plants. Our rhododendron is this is like probably an off year. Every year it it'll blossom one year and won't the next. So this is the off year, but it will definitely blossom next year. In our front yard garden, we're going to get some new fence for this garden to go around it. After a while, the fences come apart. So, but in that garden, I planted some seeds, and we got our snowball bush here. So that'll be blossoming July and August. So it's looking really good. Really enjoying the garden, and love giving y'all some tours. And beautiful day out for gardening. So look forward to sharing some new pictures in the video in my journal. Thanks for joining us in our adventures every day, and for all your compliments on our garden, and we appreciate it. Thank you guys and everybody, and we hope everybody's having a wonderful day.